Did you know Tikinagan Child and Family Services serves the District of Thunder Bay? Tikinagan Child and Family Services works together with First Nations communities to protect children and help families create and sustain a healthy, safe home environment. But we all have a moral obligation to protect our children from harm so that they can live in safety and grow up to become our community's leaders. If you're concerned for a child's well-being, call Tikinagan or your local Children's Aid Society. To learn more, visit tikinagan.org or call 1-800-465-3624.
At Tikinagan Child and Family Services, we believe the answers lie within the communities. The Creator entrusted First Nations with the sacred responsibility of protecting our children and developing strong families and healthy communities. The Chiefs created Tikinagan to support and strengthen our children, our families, and our communities. The future of our communities is our children. Help foster connection in your community by becoming a foster parent or a live-in foster parent with Tikinagan. Learn more at tikinagan.org or call 1-800-465-3624.
Ohma Tikinagan mesde bertamang mihima iskonagan ehtek kananantunamak. Mandogdan duwen gomen koyak tikanuan makni jansnanak. Mina jamaskawatoy kadbenchgenan mina gadskunaganan o gamakana go give na sawa Tikinagan which do daminich abinojis mi hawe ni ganu itgen madzis tamagoyak which is nam hewe chuganuwen mawasian nanda hima chugabeshian chuganuwen mawasian give again tikinagan.org nanda kanus basic niswaso wawi bigan niwan ngudaso nianan nasin ngudaso nishin niwan.
On today's episode, we welcome Jordan Rivers, Program Director from Q104 in Kenora, as she sits down and interviews Tikinagan Associate Executive Director Rachel Tinney to discuss employment opportunities and the experience of working at Tikinagan.
So tell us a little bit about Tikinagan.
So we're Tikinagan Child and Family Services, and we're an Indigenous child well-being agency, and we serve 30 of the communities within the Anishinaabe Aski Nation in the area north of Sulakaut. So it's been created by chiefs. In 1984, we were mandated by the province to provide child protection to the First Nations that we serve. And over the years, we've grown as an agency, and so now we have large offices, many locations for our offices, and most of our communities have community-based workers. Yeah, so we also have serve Red Lake and Sulakaut and Thunder Bay. And Sulakaut is our administration hub and where many of the management works out of.
Rachel, can you tell us what makes your organization different from other child and family services agencies?
Well, we have more than 500 staff in our organization that serves our First Nations, and so we have frontline staff, staff that provide child protection directly to the children and families, and also there's a lot of behind-the-scenes people that are working and supporting all the children and families, from HR generalists, finance, information resources, and residential counselors support children in the home. So we do have our own service model that has been developed over 30 plus years, and so we use mostly customary care, which is using the authority of the First Nation to agree to have children brought into a place of safety. So we rarely actually use the court system, and we have agreements from parents, and we hope that it's a much more sensitive, culturally sensitive way to work with children and families. And we're out there to help and support and, prevent children from coming into care as much as possible.
You mentioned some of the bigger hub cities that you work in, Sioux Lookout, Red Lake, Thunder Bay. But I know there's a bunch of different smaller communities and First Nations. Can you just list a few of those off?
Well, the First Nations that we work with would be starting north of Thunder Bay, Arrowland, and then going all the way up to the James Bay coast, which would be our most northern community, which is Fort Severn, and then all the way over to the Manitoba border side, which would be some of the other communities like Muskrat Dam, Sandy Lake, and Deer Lake, which is where I'm from. And then we also have other communities within, municipalities, which would be Rainy River area, and then to Thunder Bay. So if you kind of go around that whole big circle, we service all the First Nation families within our jurisdiction from our communities.
Now, you're looking to fill positions. Which positions are you looking to fill?
Well, specifically finance clerks, information resources. They're the ones that we have a system which we call Penlu, and they're the ones that enter a lot of the work into our system because up north, the bandwidth isn't always that great. So we still have to have the work sent to one of our hubs and then entered from there. And then also we have residential counselors that work directly with our children, and they're in staff modeled homes where they would be doing shifts and taking care of children and teenagers. We also have additional job postings, which is on our websites, and a lot of them are in the communities that we serve, and many of the other areas.
Now, is there any formal education required? And if so, what? And additionally, will there be job training for those that don't have a formal education?
Well, we're really excited that in the last maybe 5 years, we've really expanded our training unit. So we have a service manager that is in charge of training, and we have our own trainers that work for Tikinagan. And so we are able to train from the moment someone comes in the door on what Tikinagan is, what our service model is, which is Mamau Obiki Wasawin. And we definitely encourage people, even if they don't feel that they're maybe have formal education yet, that come and try it out. Are you able to be trained? Do you have a love for children and families and love for helping out? And a lot of when you're working with children and families is just using common sense also to assist and help them. We're here to work with them. Also at Tikinagan, from your first year that you've started at Tikinagan, we can support workers to maybe do online university courses or whatever they're looking at. If you're in social services, you can take online courses, and that's really important because you could be working full time and slowly working towards a degree, which is what I did. And Tikinagan supported me through it, and we want that for our people and to encourage our people to do that.
That's awesome to hear, by the way. I love when an organization, helps their people grow and invests in them.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, no, you go.
Oh, no, I was saying I started as a foster parent like 18 years ago with Tikinagan, and just the benefits of then 16 years ago starting as a worker, and I've done all the different positions within Tikinagan and had that support and training throughout, and now I'm Associate Executive Director, so there is a lot of room for advancement and for improving yourself.
And that is awesome to hear, and it leads us into the final question I have for you. And we've talked about a little bit of it already, but what are the benefits of joining the team?
Our staff, I think we're a really good group of people to work with. I know we're very large now, but, the core is caring for children and families and providing a team approach and, networking with all of our other communities to make a real impact and working with the other resources in order to help support the families. We have very competitive wages. New staff receive a minimum of 3 weeks holidays, and then we have an additional week of culture and wellness days, so that's another 5 days. So really, as you walk in the door, by the end of your first year, you'll have 4 weeks that you've earned off. And we have excellent benefit and pension packages for full-time employees, and we actually even have a yearly fitness reimbursement incentive for us.
That's great to hear. It sounds like a great place to work. Is there anything that we haven't chatted about yet that you would want to mention?
Well, we encourage applicants to check out our website and just look around on it and learn about our Mamo Obiki Awasaman service model and learn about the communities that we serve. And they can also visit the website to view our job postings or learn about each position. And also on YouTube, there's I think there's 6 staff testimonies that really capture the work and passion our staff have at Tikinagan.
Rachel, I thank you for your time today.
No problem.
I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'm sure we'll talk again.
Sounds good. Okay,
bye-bye.
Are you a community-minded person who cares deeply about the well-being of children and families in First Nations communities? Then a career with Tikinagan Child and Family Services in Sioux Lookout could be for you. They're currently hiring for HR clerk, HR generalist, HR specialist, info systems, residential counselor, and finance clerk. Tikinagan provides specialized and ongoing training, excellent benefits, competitive wages, and over 3 weeks of paid holidays. For a rewarding career with Tikinagan Child and Family Services, visit tikinagan.org.
At Tikinagan Child and Family Services, we believe the answers lie within the communities. The Creator entrusted First Nations with the sacred responsibility of protecting our children and developing strong families and healthy communities. The Chiefs created Tikinagan to support and strengthen our children, our families, and our communities. The future of our communities is our children. Help foster connection in your community by becoming a foster parent or a live-in foster parent with Tikinagan. Learn more at tikinagan.org or call 1-800-465-3624.
Ohma Tikinagan Mesde Bertamang Mihima Iskonagan Ethik Kananantunamak. Mandogdanduan Gomen Koyak Chikanuan Makani Jansnanak. Mina Jamaskawatoy Kadbenchganan, Mina Gadskunaganan. Ogamakana go give Nasawa Tikinagan, who had to do the minute. Abenojis, Mihawe Niganu at Ganimadzis Tamagoyak. We jis nam, Hewe Chuganawen Mausian. Nanda, Hima Chugabeshian, Chuganawen Mausian. Give again tikinagan.org. Nanda Kanus, Basic, Nisaso, Wawi Bigan, Niwan, Nugudaso, Nianan, Nisan Nugudaso, Nishan, Niwan.
Are you a community-minded person who cares deeply about the well-being of children and families in First Nations communities? Then a career with Tikinagan Child and Family Services in Sioux Lookout could be for you. They're currently hiring for HR clerk, HR generalist, HR specialist, info systems, residential counselor, and finance clerk. Tikinagan provides specialized and ongoing training, excellent benefits, competitive wages, and over 3 weeks of paid holidays. For a rewarding career with Tikinagan Child and Family Services, visit tikinagan.org.